Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. Hey, in the event that you have a brand new set of tires and one tire, or even worse, more tires are showing low PSI or basically a leak, we're going to talk about some common causes. Let's take a look. Making our way outside to our 2018 Chrysler Pacifica, and again, the front passenger tire continues to go low on the PSI. And again, these tires are brand new. And what I recommend doing is come to your tire, check the overall condition of it, and if you hear any hissing sounds, which honestly we hope you don't, it is likely a nail or a screw, or it is the valve core or stem. We'll get to that here shortly. What I'm going to do is come inside here and just check the entire radius around the entire tire and check to see if I see any screws or nails. And what I'm going to do is hop in the vehicle, start the vehicle, and turn the wheel so I have better views and access to the tread. Inside the vehicle now with the engine running, and as you can see, upper right hand corner or front passenger is showing 30 PSI in red, and that is the tire causing the low pressure trigger or fault. The engine is running, and I have turned the steering wheel to the right or towards the passenger side, and again we're just going to check the entire inner tread and the entire way around the tire. Notice a nail if there is one, or a screw. However, it could be in the center, it could be right in these little notches here or gaps. And just go slow and go around the entire tire. You're going to get to a point where you need to get back inside the vehicle and reverse it or pull it forward. However, the reason I'm doing this is in the event that there's a nail or screw, well, that's my problem. But if there is not one, we'll move on to the next troubleshooting step, which again, is that valve core. As you just saw, I reversed the vehicle. We now have direct access to the portion of the tire or tread that was mating with the ground or blacktop. And again, checking for nails or screws. I don't see anything. And that's good, because again, this is a brand new tire. Last thing you want is a nail or screw in a brand new tire. That would be a huge bummer. Engine off, and I'm coming down to the actual valve core and stem. I'm going to remove the cap, and if this is hissing, it may be as simple as using a tool to tighten the inner core. And as you can see, the pin inside there is a specific tool. Down below in the comments and description will be a link on where to purchase it, as well as a video on how to replace it. There is a seal inside there, and not always when purchasing brand new tires do they install a brand new core. Sometimes, but not always. So again, if you're hissing from there, you need to replace the inner core that has that pin. If I push that pin, air would flow out of that little stem. In addition, on the back side where the valve stem mates with the rim, that could be leaking. Taking a step back, and again, no nail or screw in the tire, which is good. And in addition, no leaking from the valve stem or core. The next thing to check is where the tire mates with the rim. And when they install the brand new tire, the tire bead inside here is what creates that airtight seal, again, where the tire mates with the rim. And if you hear any hissing sounds coming from this little seam anywhere around where the tire mates with the rim, again, you have a leaking bead. And it's possible that the bead was not properly set during the initial install of the new tire, and we will see. However, what you can do is grab a spray bottle and spray some water all around the seam, and if you see any signs of air bubbles, well, that's an indication that your seam or air bead is leaking, and that is your cause. What I'm going to do here is just take the vehicle to the tire shop where we bought new tires, because again, they're brand new. If these tires were a couple years old, I wouldn't take it to a shop right now. But again, these are brand new, less than a couple weeks old. I'll drop it off and see what they say, but I know what they won't say, or hopefully won't say, is that there is a nail or screw in the tire, because we already know there is not. So hopefully they don't tell me that there is, unless I pick one up from the parking spot here and driving over there. That would be ironic. Alright, DIYers, we are back from the shop, and let's go down and behind the back portion of the tire. And what I mentioned earlier with the air bead on the front portion, you've also got a bead on the rear, and I know that. but I forgot to mention it in the beginning of the video. And coming to the backside, as you can see, there is the exact area that the leak was taking place on the air bead. And long story short, the technician said during the initial install of the brand new tire, the bead was not properly positioned and pressed in place as the tire was inflated with air. And because of that, the leak was never going to go away. It was a constant rim leak at the bead right there. And as you can see, they applied some sealant. We are going to monitor it over the next few days. Back inside DORs, and as you can see, 35 up front both and 35 in the rear, and we are going to monitor it over the next few days.